You're live, Dr. David, Dr. Lenny. The topic is an inner silence. Hmm? What do you mean?
Quiet the voice inside her head
Yeah,
so there's no distraction to.
this. Yeah. See what happened that why the mind is not quiet. Why the mind is not silent? Why?
People think a lot. People
Yeah,
people have worries. People have things they want to do,
yeah.
and they're constantly
Noisy mind.
putting yeah
Noisy mind.
putting attention on those
Yeah.
things.
In the sound sleep, the mind is quiet, but and there is no desire, no wanting. In the dream, yes, unfulfilled desire, they start dancing in the form of dreams, you know. But there is a period out of 8 years that sound sleep, sound sleep where you recharge the battery of your mind. Mind goes hibernated. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that hibernation of the mind uh, get the charge for the next day. You wake up, you wake up with full energy when you have a sound sleep. Sound sleep means what? No mind. Hmm. So this no mind is in daily life people take shot, take a drink, and does it become quiet?
No.
For a moment you bubble up, a burr, buzz, but it comes back with the interest. So uh, it's like, where does it go when people get drunk? Where the mind goes? It goes in the backyard.
Mm. Uh, the mind is still there,
Yeah,
but our ability to listen to it is blurred,
yeah,
like a
blurred.
fog,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
fog
yeah.
in seeing.
I mean, you don't get stunk or stuck by it. You don't get reactive for a temporary relief. That's why people like to get drunk or get drink, because then you are enjoying. So this no mind state is already in your life. Your 5 year old, 10-year old, like the mind is where it belongs, it's not bothering you. But then you see a goal in life, you try to achieve a house, a family, and then all bombardment, which is called programming from the past of the future, past and future. You are into the time capsule of yo-yo, and working machine become a thinking machine, and life is missed. Life is when you take a trip to Hawaii or the destination you enjoy for 5 10 minutes, you are blown away. Blown away means by Mother Nature. But within 5 minutes, the mind comes back. Mind comes back. Oh, let me take the picture. Let me pull out my camera, video. So, why? For what? So I can show my album to my friends, relatives. The same, the same monkey mind start bugging you. You understand the mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
So then there are meditation technique, the mantras, yantras, or any object, which also help, to relax the mind, relax the mind uh, for a while, but it's more similar to a budge than the mind, like that state of 5 year old, and suppose you are 35 or 55, how can you gain that mind of 5 year old? Because body mind are like the two sides of the same coin. Your body has grown, but the body doesn't know that it has become 55-year-old. The mind knows only. So the body is a vehicle, body,
Mm-hmm.
the other side. So if you are playful, playful means if you are a joyful joker, you enjoy the life more. Don't take life too seriously. But in majority of people, they are not joker or joke all the time. They are very serious, and they are considered by programming of the society. They are considered, oh, you are big achiever because you have become somebody. Now, becoming somebody, what? A title, a position, or a millionaire, or this, whatever your goal is. So, but inside, you are more and more tense, more unhappy, and that's what you see in the TV, in the all becoming is not equal to 2 minutes of being. What that means? That means that in your whole life of 80 years, you lived the real life of 8 hours. That orgasmic living means what? 100%. 100% means when you went to the trip to Hawaii, your mind was blown away. How long did it linger? That lasted maybe 5 minutes. You were blown away. Ah, ah, you were blown away. But then the same mind comes back. So the innocent, quiet mind is the Taoist or Zen masters or teachers. They indicate that don't divide the life between play and work. Work and then you need a drink to play. No, don't. Whatever you are doing, you become 100% into it. That means you do the kind of work which you enjoy, whether it is a music or play, because of course you have two different states when you are work and then you go play football or you go for a any game you like. Yes and no, you understand?
Mm.
So is it possible that what difference make in the play and work is the quality of attention. So whatever you are doing, whether you are cleaning the floor or whether you are doing anything, your 100% attention in that. But nowadays we have divided our life in the quality of attention. Quality of attention means because the buzzing of mind is so heavy, we are driving, but we are thinking of our court case, legal battle, owning things, and the anxiety with the partners, blah, 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 blah. But we have called it nobody else because we have done wrong programming. Wrong programming means the life here and the life in future in heaven and the life in the past. No, all life is not three levels, is one wholeness. That's what the uh, some masters they point out that here and now is the wholeness, not the goal. Not the goal. Goal means future, not the goal. Because past is goal, goal and past is all one. So they try to indicate that eat when you are hungry, sleep when you are sleepy. Then other people will say, oh, that's what I do. No, you don't do that. When you are eating, you are already divided up into five people. You're thinking one thing, calling another, and uh, fragmentary life. So we are cheating ourselves. We never have time to look at a closer look at life. That what we have made, this body mind with 10 different holes. 10 different holes means 10 different anxiety, 10 different. Uh, so then we try to cover up. Cover up means balm it up, patch it up. Patch up is a simple relief, but the real life, real happiness is very sad that, oh, why not enjoying the reality which is so simple, so already when you were 5 year old. Why? Because the monkey mind was not dividing your life. It was already there is. All paradise you are seeking already is. Where is it? Where is it? It is hidden in the isness. Isness, what is isness? Isness cannot be described by words because your mind wants to capture it. This is virginity of the truth, the life. Don't try to figure it out. It already is in the innocence. It cannot be figured out by the books, by the mind, by the words, by the languages, by the attachment, diversions, and these five senses of attachment and hate and jealousy. All those I have divided our quality of attention into wrong things because we are looking the pleasure, the bliss of mind into things, into object. Achieve this, achieve house, achieve, and then I will become. There is no then. You work hard 10, 20 years to buy a house, buy a car, buy, but you have sold yourself. What good is that? You see?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see? So we are not giving a goal and lecture, and that's why it may not be popular because motivational speaker can give you some uh, feed more ideas. No, we say here now. If you can listen with a calm mind, if you can listen with a pure mind, then the message can be heard. Otherwise, you will not hear. You will hear but not listen. So, this listening itself is the meditation. It itself is the prayer. Prayer cannot be spoken with the words, through words, by words, but it already is. Just set up this already set up. When you go to a trip, any trip you like, Lake Tahoe or Hawaii, automatically the mind slows down. Why? Because this is the vast Mother Nature, vast, infinite, unbounded, cannot be captured or figured. You see what I.
Mm-hmm.
So the satsang means what? Sat means the truth which already is. It cannot be proven. Sat Sang means the company of the truth. Where is the company of the truth? Means in the presence of a guru? No, the real guru hidden within your heart, within you. The whole thing is you. There is no outside, inside. It appears as two, as the guru and the student. It appears as two. The real Sadguru only wake you up. There is no waking or unwaking when there is already not one sleep. So therefore, just listen without judgment, without the mind, without the thoughts. Listen. Pure listening happens when you drive down, fly down to the beauty. So the three words indicate the same. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Satyam means the truth itself. Shivam means the awareness. Sundaram is all beautiful. There is no other beauty, not beauty of the bones and flesh. It can reflect there, but the beauty which cannot be spoken. And that's what the great master indicate, that the truth cannot be spoken. What can be spoken is not the truth. Why? How? Because in the sound sleep, you don't want to say, oh, I'm in sound sleep. Oh, I had a good sleep. No. It is so intoxicating that It already shows on your face. It already is everywhere and nowhere. That's why the real Sadguru, one out of billion, Guru Ramana Maharishi, was teaching, preaching without words. The really real can adore and adore. Otherwise, if you see with the physical eyes, you'll say, oh, they look like Gandhi or just judgment with the mental you cannot see. From the heart you can see. You see the difference?
Hmm.
What you have to say, Dr. Lenny?
Well, I'd like to go back to the thoughts of a child's mind. I'm thinking even a child has a busy mind. It's just different than ours, whereas we're thinking about what to do, solve a problem, gain
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
The child is has a different mind, but it's still busy. They're busy absorbing. They're asking questions. They're
Yeah.
learning. Okay, but still
Yeah.
very active mind.
Yes. Yeah, because like nowadays, you see you're talking of different levels of children. You see the children born out of different culture. For example, some children, 15 years, they will like to learn the gun and this and that, which is natural because inbuilt mechanism, the body dominating from the past. But you are talking of the, let's say, common child, 5 year versus 10 year versus 15, different levels. Because the one which is 15 already, the ego is built up. Ego means the reflective mind is already built up. What I like to become, what I like to get, what I like. 5 year old is just will play the play, is more in tune with the wholeness. You see the difference. As we grow, then the world starts sinking in. The from 5 to 15 is a different journey because they feel empty unless they become somebody, become, and then this culture, constant culture, will tell you you are somebody, then you are somebody. You like to become somebody, and then you see around, and the education teach you are somebody when you become engineer, doctor, chemist, this. That is just not you. That is just only a means to earn, to fill your belly. That is just a occupation. Occupation means occupied. But who you are, the human being, first also wake up to the beingness. So, in the modern culture or civilized culture, when you have become somebody, you are nobody. You have become somebody, what somebody? Just a just a profession. You have spent like 50 year, 70 year in that becoming so-called profession, but that profession make you happy? That is a occupation that kept you occupied.
Yes. Okay.
That's all. To pay your bills, to pay, and that's why it's the proof that more and more professionals, more and more sick, more and more unhappy. Please don't misunderstand. Listen from the heart. There is nothing wrong with the occupation, nothing wrong with the learning occupation. That is only tiny, tiny part of real life in comparison to the wholeness. What is wholeness? Okay, let's look at it. Cat and dogs are having more fun without 5 year degree, without 5 year or 10 year occupation. They are more lucky. They are enjoying. Why? Because they don't have the worried mind of future and past and future and anxiety and anxiety. Yes and no.
Well, they do not have the concept of understanding what comes next or what happened in the past. So their mind is somewhat empty because they lack the capacity.
Yeah, but that is a blessing to them because they don't get the blood pressure, they don't get the other disease. Now, what happen is, okay, look around the so-called civilized society or first world, or you have seen Americans, you have seen Russians. This is also look like different, but basically the same mind going around. You have seen that movie, The God Must Be Crazy, when the African guy find a bottle of Coca-Cola.
Falling out of the
Yeah,
sky.
flying. So he want to return. That is the kind of a mind is a good tool. Mind is a good tool means for what? Mind is a good tool to think where you are to drive like you drove from there to here. You know how to drive, where to park, all those things. Mind, very good tool as a servant, but it is also very bad as a master. What it means bad as a master? That means when it become a worry, when it become anxiety, when it become a worried mind. What is worried mind? You are living in a $10 million mansion and having all the things you want, but inside you're restless. In the bed, without the bed, in the sofa. Why? Because inside the machine is going, going. I want to become enlightened. I want to become multimillionaire. Okay, go ahead, try. And then you will find you're much more miserable than before. Then where is the rest? Rest is in the coffin. When you lie down in the coffin, of course, then you are peaceful. Now, the masters point out how to kill this ego and mind. They point out it is a reflection. You cannot kill it. Find the mind. It is nowhere there. It's just your own wrong investment. It's not even your own. It appears you have reflection, a ghost inside you. Once you are aligned with the godliness, you can put the name Brahma or the oneness, wholeness, then not other things will impress you. Whether American philosophy, Russian philosophy, Canadian philosophy, none of those things are there, but they are not part of it. What that mean? That mean you are in the world, but not of it. What that mean? Lotus flower is rooted in the mud, but above it. like the prana shakti, the chi energy, is running the hand, the legs, everything, but yet is not visible. Apparently, it appears like the hands are moving, legs are moving, but what is running? The chi energy. Can you look at it? Can you talk to it? No, it itself is. You are it. Tatvam asi. Thou art that what you are seeking in different forms, different thoughts, different forms. It's all the words. All are one. American, Indian, all that man made ideas. All is one. Oneness is oneness. Don't get caught up in illusory, reflective egos because it is a ghost. It's not there. Go ahead. What
So,
you, yeah.
yeah, we're busy with a lot of things in our lives, but work is probably occupation is probably what keeps most of our waking hours in our mind. That's what occupies our mind. So, is being of service better than other types of occupations? That is doing something for other people a better way to keep the mind busy.
There is no other. There is not even you.
Mm.
There is no other. It is because of lack of real knowledge, you just work. Like when you're driving, you saw apparently someone feel their own fear of death. They give to a beggar $10, $20, and they feel good. This is just only the dream world. That's why they call Maya. Maya give you the illusion, me and they, me and you. That all illusory illusion called the Maya, the mind. That's why you see the reflection in the children, in the 5 year old, they're playing, and then some balls go wrong way, they fight. They fight. Okay, they fight. But after 5-10 minutes, they're again hugging friends. But the adult, they fight in their dream, in their night, in up to 5 year, 10 year, is in their head. The legal litigations don't go into 5 year, 10 year. It consume your beautiful life into unnecessary basura, unnecessary garbage. So therefore, pure heart is the real wealth, pure innocence. But your karma drags into those which, what is the karma? Karma is the illusory past, present, future. That's the made up of Maya, the time bound. You think you are a thinker, you think you are doer, but the real life goes beyond, transcendental, beyond doing, beyond thinking. Eagerness, eagerness means you shut up and it already is. Now, if we start the church or temple of eagerness, wholeness, no one will go because they don't want. The truth is not for sale. Godliness is not for sale. What sells? What sells is a product, is a thing. The truth you cannot achieve. You already, when you stop being stupid, when you stop being fake, that's what happens in the coffin, in the gasket. You know becoming. You already are in the sound sleep. No more monkey game. That's why the real wealth, eternal wealth, is not only not wanting, it is just include everything. Wanting, not wanting, desire, not desire, reflection, non-real, all that is oneness. You cannot step out of it. Either you know it or you don't know it. Like you do operation, a guy is awake, then goes in the anesthesia, sounds, doesn't matter. These are different yo-yo, different waves. Waves are not separate from the real ocean. We can do a movie on this inner education. We can do a movie on apple or banana, but the real apple is real apple. And the real apple must be very angry. They are making pictures of me, but they don't know me. And the one who is real, the one who is really real, will not eat the imaginary apple because that's not no taste, no texture, no nothing. But this artificial intelligence is befooling you that look, the real apple is not as important because it cannot come to your table. And the illusory visualization it can. So that's how the play plays its own game. But it's up to you whether you are really real or you are befooled into unreal and waste your life. Because at the end of the day, it's all one. There is nothing to be gained or lost because it's all nothing out of you or in you is the wholeness. That's what the Vedas indicate. Tatvamasi, thou you are seeking already is. to figure it out, you have seen the people around. They are playful, they are happy, and they are people who are loaded with the anger and anxiety. So it's their own calling, it's their own invitation. But it's like a buffet, all is available here and now. The more and more you get enwrapped into the timing, the more you go away from it. Don't be too serious. Go ahead if you have anything to add on.
Um, well, I think it will be a discussion in itself, but things like alcohol and marijuana and psychedelic drugs um, may, in some way, quiet the mind, but
Yeah,
at the same time,
they open
they distract.
yeah, they open the window. Open the window means what? Means that can show you, just like in the sleep, there is a window of the dream where like in electricity they put another wire in case if extra surge come, that can flow in that wire. The same way the dream is a stage between non-sleeping and sleeping. Then that unfinished desires, they can flow and they can do their dancing. uh, so the same way, uh, those the drugs, they sun means stun, like you are doing operation, you do anesthesia.
Uh-huh.
The body is like body is the same, body remain the same, is the activity of the mind which is noticing. That factor is not noticing. The pain is still there, the cutting is there, but it does not notice. And you can say recognizing factors. The same way, you become more not dull but stunned. Sensitivity is reduced. The same way, the drugs, they make you more thick layered means you're not that sensitive. You become like 10-year-old for a while, but it has not. It give you the window for a time. For a time means what? 2 hour with the extrovert, alcohol and beer, and then their introvert, which are psychedelic or what LSD, all those are time bound. Time bound means after the 2 hour to 2 days, you are back again in the same rut, back again in the same loop. Then what is enlightened? Enlightened state is the one who has seen it without reaction. And that's not actually done by you, that happens to you. Means if it was done by the mind, then there would be many Buddhas, many Raman Maharishi. No. Why few? Because They have seen it. They have seen it means they have seen uh, the truth face to face. They have seen it. They will no longer get entrapped by the illusory illusion. They have seen it both. They have traveled not only the outer journey or inner journey, but there is where there is no journey, there is no coming, there is no going. They have come out of the illusory journey because you already was, you already is, you already will be the nothing but the wholeness. Tatvamasi. This asi, the seeking, is out of the objective seeking, looking. And that's why the millionaire, always seeking is not, seeking means what? Is not fully fulfilled. Alexander the Great, more seeking, more seeking. Go ahead. He was jealous and compared that I want to become the Diogenes, the yogi who was lying naked on the Ganges river, and the seer, the sage, tell the Alexandra, hey, fool, not tomorrow, here and now. You throw your clothes and enjoy the sun here and now. Either now or never. So if he had the karma, the pure heart, he could listen. Because there is nothing to give and get. But your stupid ego and mind create the illusion. There is something. The very illusion itself is made up of the illusion. The unfamous like to become famous. The very famous like to become unfamous. This is the cycle. Goes on and on. Money, honey, power, all they circle around these three words of the same seeking. Why do you want money? Because you can get the power. Money can buy honey. Honey can buy power. All this cycle. But the real one says you cannot buy with those because you cannot buy the sunlight, 1 kilo of sunlight, and capsule it. You cannot even control your own yawning, your own birth and death. You cannot program because the very programming is foolish idea, but there are people who get into the ideas. It's like the wave want to measure the ocean. The doll of salt, made up of the salt, want to measure the ocean, and the moment it goes in the ocean, it melt and it become the oneness. They expand the cells, the seeking cells, like fermentation, alcohol. When they drink, they start dancing, bubble, 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 bubble. For a while, you're dancing, means mental dance. You see?
Mhm.
For a while, yeah. That's why nothing wrong, people get habitual. Habitual means they have ease time. That's why called happy hour time. There's nothing to calculate about it. Just observe. Without the mind, you will see what's happening. So, satsang is not giving you any teaching, it is just listening the truth itself. The more you hear, the more you hear. When you hear with the mind and judgment, you will not hear.